going into a place last year where Bo ended up coming back. You're running the quarter, and he has just an outstanding start. Is there anything to that? Anything he can build off? Anything that for you?
Yeah, really a question for Bo. I would hope so. You
Yeah.
know, I mean, those things, good vibes last, I think, for a long time. And for whatever reason, people play well in particular places against particular teams, and teams play well against. I mean, so hopefully there's something there.
And it would have been that long-time rivalry, I assume.
I'm sorry?
The long-time rivalry that he would have been involved in as well as two teams combined that played each other for a total of 3 changes. That seems very unusual to me. So few changes from game to game, but combined 2 teams.
Yeah, I guess the only speculation I can have on that was people weren't getting injured.
Right.
I know that's for the most part the case for us, except for Hendricks. But yeah, I mean, obviously, I think both teams would like to have continuity in their roster, and that's kind of what I read out of that, to be honest with you.
I think you brought Mason in May to. I think for this kind of situation, can you talk a little bit about him?
Yeah, we like him a lot. Great energy guy. One of those guys that you love to see every day. He's got a smile on his face. When he was 2 weeks ago, he was running scout team offensive line and actually doing a phenomenal job.
Right.
Guy that can move the pocket, can push the pocket, has pass rush moves. So we're excited about him getting his opportunity. We think he has a chance to be a pretty good one.
I guess for the 4th day in a row, I'll ask this same kind of question: is how do you get established right away in a game like this? Take a crowd out of it that's going to be big.
I mean, if I knew that for sure, I'd call those plays and tell Mark to call those plays and Boudreaux to call those plays. We just try to put our best stuff out there early and have the guys prepared for what they might see, and try to get off to a good start like we did last week.
There's the league released a stat that the punt returns, average returns. Dedman was the first one to run one back, and that just happened. Does that surprise you that the returns haven't been? Especially with so much turnover, because that usually affects special teams.
Yeah, I hadn't really thought about it, but I would think, especially early in the season, there would probably be more explosive returns. Hopefully we can keep it that way on our punt team and kickoff team. There's great returners in this league. Dangerous guys every week, it feels like. So I think those things end up balancing out over the long haul.
And you were fairly happy with the way you contained Elfer last week, right?
I was. We had one where we gave up a pretty long return and they had a penalty. So you ask yourself the question, and if they didn't have that penalty, would we have had them corralled? That was another one where Nick's done a great job. That one was a little bit more in the center of the field. Right. And so it's important against guys like that to place the ball for the guys to get to the depth of the returner and do their jobs and not let him get started. Stop his feet and make him go laterally. Hopefully we can keep doing that.